y'all, as we know, adulting can be hard, and nobody has ever really made it easy for us. They don't necessarily teach us everything we should know about finances in public schools, and one day we wake up and we're like, how do we file taxes? How do we get insurances? How do we invest? How do we be an adult? So today I want to share with you some information about life insurance for Life Insurance Awareness Month. I want to break it down and make it as simple as possible so everybody and their mama can understand. Now, before you click or scroll away, life insurance is definitely a valuable thing that you should be paying attention to and getting more information on. So I'm here to let y'all in on a little secret that the rich and wealthy folks have been using for generations. Actually, it is one of the main keys to generational wealth. It's simple, life insurance. So let's say, for example, a family has a newborn baby and they decide to take out $1 million policy of life insurance on that baby. And let's say this life insurance actually has cash value attached to it. So by the time this child is 45, depending on what their parents were investing, they can already have almost $1 million in cash value that they can use tax-free, just from a lump sum of a small investment. So before we get into the details of how you can use life insurance as an investment vehicle and get some tax-free money, let's figure out how life insurance works in general. So first, you want to know that life insurance is calculated by your cost of insurance. Your cost of insurance depends on three things: your sex, your age, and of course, your health. Let's say, for example, you're 1 or 2 years old. In the eyes of an insurance company, you're not seen as a risk at all. So let's say your cost of insurance is about $1 a day. Now let's say you're 65 years old and you waited a little bit longer and you decided, I need some life insurance. Well, in the eyes of the insurance company, they're gonna see you as a little more of a risk. So your cost of insurance might be $500 a day. That's just an example, not really facts, but this is just so y'all can understand the cost of insurance and how it's tied to your age. Now let's talk about health. The healthier you are, the cheaper your cost of insurance will be. Now let's say you have some underlying health conditions. You can still qualify for life insurance. You may not qualify at the best rate, and your cost of insurance may be a little bit higher, but the best part is that you qualified, because actually not everybody qualifies for life insurance. So the sooner you get it, the better. The younger and the healthier you are, the better. If you have kids, don't be afraid to open up a life insurance policy for your kids, because it actually can be an investment vehicle that can be very useful for them when they're in college or when they're retiring. Now let's get into more details of how that all works. So when it comes to life insurance, there's two different types of insurance that you can focus on. First, there's term insurance, and then there's permanent insurance. So I'm briefly gonna go over term insurance. Term insurance expires. That's what I want you to know. So let's say you get a 30-year term policy when you're 20 years old and you're 50 years old and you still living. That policy is gonna expire. So guess what? You're gonna need another policy so you can leave some money behind for your family. Now, if you go to apply for life insurance at 50 years old, like the example I gave earlier, it's gonna be much higher than the term insurance you bought when you were 20. And this what brings us to permanent insurance. Although term insurance can be a more affordable cost, permanent insurance you have for the rest of your life and it does not expire. So you can break down permanent insurance into 4 different types. There's whole life, there's universal life, there's variable universal life, and there's index universal life. So a great thing about permanent insurance is it actually has a cash value attached to it, depending how you design your policy. So, for example, you have your cost of insurance and you have your cash value. So what I want to emphasize is that although each of these permanent insurances work differently, the great benefit is that you have a cash value along with your death benefit. Life insurance has evolved. You can actually use your money from life insurance while you're alive. So I'm gonna break it down into 2 different parts. So first, there's critical illness and chronic illness riders, meaning if you had anything like a stroke, heart attack, cancer, or a doctor were to tell you have a certain amount of time left to live, your insurance company would actually advance you the coverage of your policy. It may be a certain percentage, it definitely depends on the company and the policy, but let's say, for example, you have $1 million policy and something happens and you qualify to get that money paid out to you to go live the best last year of your life. Or you can use it to assist with the medical bills for the chronic illness that you've been experiencing. Either way, it's not money that's coming out of your own pocket. It's coming from the insurance company. So that's how you use your life insurance coverage while you're living through living benefits. Now let's get into the cash value, the fun part, all right? Now this is where you have tax-free money that you can take out at any time, at any age, without any penalties. So the way your cash value works in these policies may be different. The number one thing that you want to know is that this money is tax-free. So for the sake of time, I'll go into the details of the different types of permanent insurances in another video. But I do want to continue to explain the difference between your cost of insurance and your cash value. So when you decide to invest into a life insurance policy, you're responsible for something called a premium. A premium can be designed either monthly, quarterly, or annually. It's up to you how you want to invest, but let me break down what a premium is. So a premium consists of two things. One, your cost of insurance. Two, your cash value. Now, this is just an estimate to help you all understand. The cost of insurance will be calculated depending on you as an individual. But let's say you want to invest $250 a month into your life insurance policy with the cash value. So let's say 75 of that is going to your cost of insurance and the other 175 is going to your cash value. Over time, you're eventually going to pay off your cost of insurance, and then eventually everything will start going to your cash value that you're investing. Once again, it's completely up to you how you want to design these policies, and I hope I shared some helpful information with you all. If you want more information, please feel free to DM me. I do want to let y'all know I am a licensed financial professional in the industry, and I would be happy to share more information with you all if you found this helpful. It's been your girl TNT. Go check out some of my other videos and let me know what you want to see.